Okay, now I got my shackles in here. Kind of something like that idea. Yeah, now we can work on that parallel 4-link. Okay, so got this one welded on, and right in here we're going to build a little square kind of thing that has a shock on it, so it'll get lots of side-to-side support too. It's not quite finished yet, but it'll get us rolling. Move on to the next side. There, now we got a bit of support in there, something to hang the shock mount off of. Might get a little bit more elaborate when I go to put the shock mount on, but at least it's braced, so should be nice and sturdy. And then I just went around and cut off all the old bracketry and stuff on both sides. And we'll start plugging holes and fixing up stuff here. And then we'll get to boxing it, and then next we'll put the engine and trans in it. But starting to come along. Okay, so we got our frame kind of boxed in this one spot here. What we're gonna do is put some plate here and here after the motor's in. I'm probably gonna weld like a plate in there just to put the motor mounts on. I want to get it fitted and kind of get an idea if I have to remove this cross member, or because I got another one for it, but we'll see. And then what I'm going to do for most of the holes in the frame, I'm going to go get some Ace of Spades CNC cut, I think, and we'll just start welding them in random spots, make it look cool. Hopefully, we'll see. Okay, so make sure we got all the safety. Missing a wheel. What can you do? Get your mill hanging in there. Kind of get your spacing that you want, take your measurements or whatever, and then we'll pull it out of there, weld the motor mounts on. It's going to sit a lot lower than that yet, but yeah, I just got some slings. I don't have an engine cradle, so here's what it is. Let's get her in there. Okay, now that we got a rough kind of idea where that motor mount is going to sit, we put some boxing plate in here, and I just got to do the other side. We'll lower it down in position, and then we'll weld the motor mount onto that box. Okay, so now we got our motor mounts in on both sides. You can kind of see the box plate that it sits on, and then we'll box this section over here after. But it just gives me an idea where the engine sits, so we'll lower that mount and we'll get the rubber and everything on it once it cools down, and then we'll set this angle towards the drive shaft, and then we'll weld the other cross member in. Okay, now that we got that boxed, we'll get this cross member here cut to size and then put in there and welded. Then we can drop the trans down on it and mount it. Okay, she is in there. I know it would have to come off, but wonder what it looks like with the body on it. So next what I'm going to do is cut these little nubbins off because they anger me. Every time you go to put the body on, it catches on the side of it. So we'll zip them off and box it. So that's kind of what she'll look like. I can't wait to see her with some snowflake mags on her, but yeah. That's the Sinister Sedan. I'll have to paint the frame and a bunch of stuff too, but this is mock-up. I can't wait till I get the wheels on it, just to see that stance. Whew, she's gonna have some rake. Get that nice grill shell on there too, and the rad. We're making progress. That's it for this episode, guys. Stay tuned.